Good afternoon, friends. Myself, Architect Manish Kumar, presently working as a lecturer at GPCG Patiala. My today's topic is for second semester students of architecture assistantship, and today's topic is isometrics. And today we will learn how to draw isometrics of buildings, and if time permits, we will learn how to draw orthographic projections from given isometric projections. So let's start with first example. Let's take a very simple example of a security post. Say we have a plan and elevation of a security post like this. Say this is plan. Here we have a window like something like this. Right, and say here we have a counter. Right, say this is plan, simple plan, and this is the elevation. Say this here first little raised level, and say here we have a door, this door, right. Then we have a counter, a window, counter and window. Then we have big window, say L shaped window, right. Say this is window, this is a door, and this is counter, right. So this is front elevation, elevation of a security post, and this is plan of the security post, right. Say this is up from here, say this is plus minus 0 and this is a plus 6 inches, right. Now how to draw? First, assume some dimensions. Say this room is say 15 into 15 or 10 into 10. Say this is say this is 10 feet, right, and this front veranda is 5 feet, say, and total height is say 10, right, and say there is parapet of 3 feet also. So total height becomes 13 feet, right, and say door's height is 7 feet, or 6 feet 9 inches, say 7 feet. And this way say it is say first 3 feet door, then say 4 feet counter, right, and say 4 feet after that. Clear? Say total dimension is say 12 feet, right. There will be some walls here, here and last, okay, right. Now, how to draw the isometrics? The steps are the same. First of all, we will calculate maximum lengths. Maximum length is, say this is length, say 12 feet. Then maximum breadth, breadth is say again 15 feet, right, and maximum height is say 13 feet, right. These are the maximum dimensions, or we can say extremes of our object. So, first of all we will make a simple cube with these dimensions to the scale, right. This will help us in two ways. First, we can place our drawing on the sheet as we require. So, we can move this box right or left depending upon the requirements of our sheet or space available on the sheet, right. Say length is, say this is axis at 30 degrees which represents length. Say this is the length which is 12 feet, mark on the length axis, and another line at 30 degree and mark breadth. Breadth is say 15 feet, mark 15 feet, say 15 feet is up to here, right. Then height, height is 13, mark total height, right. Say this represents total height, okay. Complete the box. I hope all of you know how to complete the box. Just draw parallel lines. Okay. So, this gives us outer dimensions, extremes dimensions of our security post, right. So, how to start? Say this is point number A, which is this point, right, and this is point number B, which is this point, right, and this is C, which will not be visible to us, and say this point is D, right. So, here we have point D. Point A is visible from this angle, point B is visible and point D is visible, point C will not be visible to us, right. So, first of all we will start from the base. Say we draw base, this base which is 6 inches above the ground. Just mark 6 inches here to the scale, right, and draw a parallel line like this. Right, and draw a line like this, right. From plan, this is 5 feet. So, mark 5 feet here to the scale, say this is 5, right, and draw parallel line like this. at 30° towards right. And from point B also draw this line which is parallel to this line, like this, right. This gives us a front veranda. This is a front veranda, something like front veranda. So we get our front veranda of the security post, right. And next we come to this corner, this and this. There is a principle which says vertical lines remains vertical. So simply draw a vertical line from here. And a vertical line from here. As per principles of isometrics, vertical lines remains vertical. Okay. Next, say start from here. Here we have a wall of say 9-inch wall. So mark to the scale 9-inch here. Goes vertically up. Say door's height is 7 feet, right. Mark 7 feet from here to here, say this is 7 feet. And draw your door like this. Right. Basically these two are vertical lines and these lines are parallel to our this main length line. So this gives us door. Next we have wall. Say this is wall. This is again wall and there is a counter in between. So how to draw that? Say wall is up to here. Again draw vertical line. Right. And counter is say up to here. Say 4 feet counter. Mark 4 feet from here and draw a vertical line like this. Right. Just to make it clear, I will erase this line. You should not erase this line. I am erasing just to make you clear the things. Okay. Okay, say this is a window for counter, right. How to draw this counter? This counter is like this in plan. This, 1, 2, 3, all these lines are parallel, right. So we can simply draw line like this. Say counter is extended say 1.5 feet or 1 feet from wall. Just draw parallel line like this. Right. This line is parallel to this line. So we will draw this line parallel to this line at 30 degrees towards left. Right. Say counter is a concrete slab, RCC slab. So give it some thickness, say 3-inch thick. Draw vertical line 3-inch thick and complete your counter. Right. Next is say this window, L-shaped window at the corner. How to draw this? Say there is again little portion of wall. Say this much is the wall, or you can measure from the plan what's the size of this wall. Then line like this and another line like this here to complete this part. Right. Say this is L-shaped window, this is counter, window with counter, and this is door, right. Say window is little lifted from the ground, so we will lift window say it is lifted 4 inch to accommodate skirting, right. And complete the window by providing some mullions. Just vertical line like we have usually we have in windows, right. We can draw door also, right, provide a door knob here. We can show some depth of the window, say this counter, we can represent wall, this is thickness of the wall. If there is a counter inside the room also, we will extend our counter line and draw a line like this. We will raise this line, it is something like this. Right. Basically, counter is continuous, which half of counter goes inside the room and half is projecting outside. So, counter will be beyond this wall like this. So, this is total counter, right. So, this way we have a door, then we have a counter, then we have a L-shaped window. This is front space for standing, right. Next is, say it is having a parapet which is say 3 feet, right, and parapet is like this here. Basically, it is a overhang, right, to provide protection to this door, counter and window, right. How to draw that? Simply take this point A, again I will complete the original box, right. Say this is 3 feet, so go vertically down 3 feet here, say this is 3 feet and draw a parallel line like this, another parallel line like this, right. Extend this line up to here, rest will not be visible to us. Right. Now, how to draw parapet walls of the roof? Say at parapet we have a 4.5 inch or 9 inch wall. Just draw wall here like this, parallel line like this, another parallel line like this, right, one parallel line like this and one parallel line like this, right. Take this dimension as say 4.5 inches to the scale, right. Then as we know depth of the parapet is 3 feet, draw a vertical line like from here, as vertical lines remains vertical, 3 feet, and draw a parallel line like this, and from here draw a parallel line like this, right. So, actually this will give us top of the security post or terrace of the security post. We can draw lines here. These lines represent say tiles of the roof, right, and this represents extended parapet, and this line will not be there. This is just guideline. I am erasing to make it look a little clearer, right. So, I will erase this also. You need not to erase any lines. I am erasing just to make you clear the picture, right. If this is the plan and this is the elevation, so this will be the isometric drawing of the given security post, a given plan and elevation, right. I hope it is clear to you, or it will be clear to you when you will draw to the scale everything, right. These lines are, this is just to show the concept or idea how to draw these. I hope it is clear. We have drawn everything. This is L-shaped window, counter, door, parapet. This parapet is extending 5 feet. So, this is basically 5 feet here. This overhang is 5 feet. This completes our drawing of the isometric drawing of the security post. You practice it on the drawing board with proper instruments. So, that will clear your concepts. Now, let us take one more example. Say we want to draw a big building. Say big building is something like this. I will quickly draw because principles will remain the same. Say this is plan. We have a big building, right. Big building means say we have a 5-story building. We will not go into internal details. Say this is outer wall of the 5-story building and this is plan. Say here we have balconies, right. Say one balconies we have here. Say here we have door, right. And here we have say windows, one window here, right. This is say chhajja projection and we have a chhajja projection here, right. And elevation is something like this. Say it is 5-story building, right. And if there are balconies, say these are balconies with railings. Another balcony is here, and say this window, say these are the windows with chhajjas, windows will be at ground floor also, and say here are doors. I am drawing quickly, I am just clearing the concepts. When you practice these things, you should draw all this accurately and clearly. Say this is the chhajja projection of this window, and window will not be visible to us, we will be only seeing the chhajja projections, right. So, this is front elevation and this is plan, and internal details we need not to draw, right. And how to draw isometric of this 5-story building? Say assume some length, say we assume some dimensions, say this is 12 feet, this is 10 feet and this is 10 feet, right. In this way, say again 10 feet and 10 feet and 12 feet, right. Say 1 to 30, 32. Say this is also 32 feet, right, and this is also 32 feet, and total height is say 5-story building means 50 plus parapets plus internal floors, say roughly 60 feet, right. So, we have maximum length, say this is length which is 32 feet, maximum breadth say which is also 32 feet, and maximum height which is say 60 feet, right. Clear? How to draw the isometrics? Very simple. First of all, again same, draw horizontal line, right? Length was 32, breadth was 32 and height was 60. Draw a box to the scale with these dimensions, right? Say methods are same, everything is same, all the steps are same. Just for practice sake we are doing this. Say this is the box, this dimension is 32, this dimension is also 32, right? And vertically it is 60, it is not to the scale, just rough sketch type, right? Say this total is 60, right? How to draw from plan? It is clear that we have these offsets, first 12 feet in this direction, then 10 feet, then 10 feet, then 10 feet, then 10 feet and then again 12. We have offsets like this, right? We will simply start from here. Actually we have drawn box like this, our box starts from here, right? Okay. So we will make first these lines. How to draw these lines quickly? See, first mark say 12 feet from here and draw vertical lines, because vertical lines remains vertical, right? In this also I will just erase this line so that things are clear to you. You need not to erase, okay? Say this is 12, just mark 12 feet and draw vertical line, right? Then go this way in this direction, parallel line again at 30 degrees towards right. This is given in the plan, which is say 10 feet, okay? Again vertical lines remains vertical, draw line like this. Then again draw parallel line like this at 30 degree towards left from here also, right? And again draw vertical line like this, because vertical lines remains vertical, right? Again there is a offset something like this, draw parallel line like this, draw vertical line, because vertical lines remains vertical, right? And draw a line like this, we should touch here and again draw vertical line from here, okay? So this roughly gives us outer shape of our 5-story building, one single block, right? This is 12, this is 10, this is 10, this is 10, this is 10 and this is again 12, right? Okay. This total is 60 and it is a 5-story building, right? So divide this building in vertically into 5-story, say 10 feet, draw a line like this, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and terrace. We should draw little straight lines, lines like this, then lines like this, right? Then lines like this, then lines like this, then lines like this.